Greetings, upstanders. Dr. O here. And in the latest racist event from Fox, which we are now calling Fox News because it's a propaganda network, it's not a news station, Greg Gutfeld stated that the white people who are being called racist and who are being called Nazis for the actions that they're embracing and the like should basically do like, quote unquote, the blacks and embrace the term Nazi like black people have embraced the N-word. Watch.
This is why the criticism doesn't matter to us when you call us Nazis. Nazi this, Nazi that. You know, I'm beginning to think they don't like us. You know what? I've said this before. We need to learn from the blacks. The way they were able to remove the power from the N-word by using it. So from now on, it's what up, my Nazi? Hey, what up, my Nazi? Hey, what's hanging, my Nazi?
Nazi, please.
Now, as you can see there, they all think that this is funny. Even the so-called liberal on the panel there, I believe Jessica Tarloff, it seemed like some people said it was somebody else on the panel, but it seemed like she was the one that said, you know, Nazi, please, you know, because the camera scrolled back to her. But it doesn't really matter. They're showing two things. One, again, how they see all black people. Because the fact of the matter is that many, I don't have surveys, but many black people do not embrace the N-word in any way, shape, or form. Do not reclaim it. Do not see it as a term of endearment. And like people like myself, see it as an insult when they're, regardless of where it's coming from, whatever the race of the person is coming from, and don't distinguish between the A versus the ER. Now, there are many black people who embrace it and endorse it and have no problem with people like Eminem and other folks using it and all of that. But I'm not one of them. And there are lots more black people who are like me who believe it. But that's one thing. The second issue that we have to be mindful of is that these guys have no problem embracing the term Nazi. That used to be a term you would want to run away from. Whether it's Nazi, neo-Nazi. I mean, this is the same guy, Gutfeld, who back in 2023 made comments about Jewish people you couldn't survive during the Holocaust unless you had some form of utility, basically saying that, you know, hey, there was some benefit there for folks. Like, this guy has a history of anti-Semitic, all types of racist statements. But just like they're trying to do in this country by making it mean nothing when you call somebody a racist or an anti-Semite or a homophobe or Islamophobe, they just make it mean nothing by saying, oh, throwing their hands up, oh, everybody's a racist, my families never owned this and all. They're trying to normalize Nazi by saying it enough that nobody cares and that nobody pays attention to it. Because we're calling things that they call, you know, that camp in Florida, we're calling it a concentration camp and not what Trump wants to call it. Because we're talking about internment camps. Again, all things that didn't only exist during the Holocaust, but they want to make it so that not saying the term Nazi and identifying people who are Nazis or neo-Nazis means nothing. And we cannot allow that. Just like they try to strip away the term racist and all of that from its power. We cannot let them allow it. This is a racist action. This is a racist terminology that they're using, and to embrace the Nazi as the other N-word, seriously, and people are just going to stand for that and not call that out. That's not going to happen on this channel. And I think that for all of those who are out there, you know, commenting on my other video about, you know, ADOS and FBA and all this other type of stuff, this is my point. Like, regardless of how we identify ourselves, this is how they are seeing us. Those who are racist and neo-Nazi, this is how they don't care if you're Congolese born, Haitian born in Mississippi. They don't care what part of the boat you got off of, you know, during slavery. They expand whiteness while they just look at all of us as being the same. And so I think that there's also a lesson here as it relates to that is probably a conversation for another day, but it's a conversation that needs to be had. But in the moment, who's going to be out there condemning this? Who's going to be condemning the racist idea and the comments that he made about the blacks? And then also who's going to condemn the easy embrace of the term neo-Nazi or Nazi as if that's supposed to be a good thing. But they're trying to minimize their actual actions, because they are using Gestapo-like tactics. They are using brown shirt tactics. They are using secret police tactics. That's actually what they're doing. And just because they want to try to normalize it and talk about the other N-word, we can't let it be normalized. We can't let the language be normalized, just like we can't let the actions be normalized. So if you're all going to call it out, you got to call it out too, because otherwise this is how this becomes normalized. And I'm not with it. How about you? Peace.